Hi, I'm Jennifer with Co-Creative Coaching, and today I'm going to talk to you about some mindfulness exercises that I learned from Russ Harris, who is a therapist and the author of The Happiness Trap. This is a great tool to help you learn how to detach or to create some separation between yourself and the thoughts that are going on inside of your mind. So earlier I talked about, in another video, I talked about diffusion and its purpose. And so these are the diffusion exercises that are geared towards helping you to create that space. So first of all, what I'd like for you to do is to have a thought, think about some negative thoughts, negative self-judgment thoughts that you have towards yourself. So they could be anything like, I'm not smart enough to get a good grade on this test, or I can't ever get it right, or I'm not good enough. Okay? And so really let yourself think that thought. Okay, so now that you've got that thought going on inside of yourself, what I'd like you to do is to add the words before it. I'm having the thought that I can never get it right. I'm having the thought that I'm not smart enough to get a good grade on this test. Okay, whatever your negative self-judgment thought is, add those words in front of it. Okay, now let yourself just think that over and over again. I'm having the thought that, whatever that thought is. Okay, now I would like for you to add on, I notice I'm having the thought that, whatever your negative self-judgment thought is. So again, it's, I notice I'm having the thought that I'm not smart enough to get a good grade on this test. I notice I'm having the thought that I can't do it. Okay? So what we're doing here is we are creating some distance between that original thought of I'm not good enough, I can't do it, and I notice that I'm having the thought that. Okay, so this exercise just allows you to create some space, to create some separation, to help you start having more of an observation type view. Okay, so you start observing that your mind is just having that thought. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add on to it. Okay, and so I'd like for you to think of a song like Happy Birthday, or Mary Had a Little Lamb, or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Row Row Your Boat, something like that. Some childhood song that's really inside of your being. Okay, now once you have your song, so I'll do happy birthday to you. So take that thought and put it into the song. All right, so happy birthday to you. I notice I'm having the thought that I'm not good enough to get a good grade. Okay, so that kind of sounds pretty silly, right? So again, it just helps you to make a little light about that thought. Give a little distance to that thought. Kind of bust the thought's myth, like what it's trying to tell you. It just kind of busts it up. Another thing you can do is you can give that thought a silly voice. Okay, so just think of any silly voice, any cartoon character, or any kind of voice you want to put to that thought in your head. So anytime you're having a negative self-judgment thought and you hear it come up, you can give it that silly voice of, oh, I notice I'm having the thought that I can't get a good grade. So you see, that's kind of silly, you know, so it just adds another layer of distancing onto that original thought. So I hope that these are fun tools for you. This is one of my all-time favorite tools when I'm having a negative self-judgment talk going on inside of myself, is doing this particular activity, because it has really taught me how to distance myself, how to have fun and distance myself from that negative thought. So again, remember, negative thoughts are normal. We have them. Our job, you know, in mindfulness training is to learn how to create that separation, learn how to create the distance and to diffuse those thoughts, or to neutralize those thoughts. So it's about noticing that you are having that thought. All right, notice you're having it, and when you're hooked into it, and then bring in your tools, name it. I'm having the thought that, I notice I'm having the thought that. Neutralize it by practicing these tools of, you know, singing silly songs, using silly voices, you know, pretend like you're typing it on a computer screen and giving it silly fonts or colors, or, you know, stretching it out really big, you know, whatever it takes inside of your own creative mind to help you to create that distance between you and those thoughts that you're having. All right. Again, I'm Jennifer with Co-Creative Coaching. Thank you for listening. I really hope that this tool helps you. And if you would like more support, please jump on a discovery call. I'm here for you. You can ask me questions. We can get a sample of coaching in, and we can see if we're a good fit to work together. And remember, be kind to you.